I know, Shane, when you were commentating and presenting with KCLR as well, are you getting that vibe within Kilkenny folk that they're like using this as fuel?
I think a lot of it is exactly as Nicky says. You'll use anything that you can find as fuel. The thing with Kilkenny is look at it this way, right? If Kilkenny went into Munster, they'd be in contention every year. And how I judge which is the stronger championship is, and again, this is all theory, but I'd stand over it as a theory. If you put Kilkenny into Munster, they'd be competitive every year. If you put Waterford into Leinster, we haven't got out of the Munster as a round robin, but we'd probably get out of Leinster every year. And I say we because I'm a Waterford man, obviously. If you took the bottom 3 teams in Leinster, you couldn't put them into Munster. They'd be drowned in it. Whereas Galway, some years they'd be okay, some years they wouldn't. And geographically, Galway would probably suit Munster at the moment. That's something we can come back to. So I understand why Kilkenny kind of get irritated that they're nearly dragged down with everyone else in Leinster when they are quite clearly, but on average, better than everyone in the province and have been for as long as I've been watching hurling, and 76 Leinster titles and 5 in a row tells its own story. There was an awful lot of talk about Dublin because, Shane, it, being someone from the outside but who is of Dublin hurling, and of course I'm a little bit like that, granted in a different way. I played at the lowest level of Dublin. That's always where I've kind of swum at the bottom. But I get what it is to be a Dublin hurling person because for a long time I lived in Dublin, followed the team, and was around hurling people in Dublin. And there's always been this thing of, wouldn't it be great if Dublin could kick on? Because you need more teams in Dublin, or you need more teams in hurling. It's something that rugby at a world level suffers from. The fact that there's only, 9 teams can win it. Like, they call it a World Cup.